If your power bill feels like it keeps going up for no reason, that's because it kind of does. And the worst part is we've all kind of just become immune to it and we start treating it like it's normal. Your utility rate just goes up and then it just goes up again, and then they send you a nice little notice on why they raised it, which doesn't affect you. The point is it's going up. You're getting the exact same electricity. It's not like the quality of your service has gotten any better. Your needs haven't increased. It's not like you're using anything more. And that right there is why solar matters. Not just because it can save you money in the long run, but because it can lock in your monthly expenses now and keep them constant into the future. And for anybody that's a homeowner, you know that that is a real win. So welcome back to the lab where our opinions cannot be bought. Utility rates have been raising for a long time, but with some of the current events that are happening in the world, we think it's worth trying to teach people how they can lock in at least one of their variable monthly expenses to make at least one thing more predictable as life continues to get more expensive. If you guys are thinking of going solar and you don't exactly know where to start, whether you're gonna do it DIY or you're gonna have like a whole company just handle the entire process for you, we built a super quick quiz. It takes like 1 minute. It's in the description of our videos. You just fill it out based on your location and your goals. It will connect you with a company that we actually trust to help you get whatever it is you're trying to do done. So make sure you guys check that out down below. It saves you a ton of time and headache dealing with companies that are absolute trash. Anyways, from somebody who has nothing to sell you, we just want to help you guys. There's like 4 main things here that would drive us as people to invest in solar, in our opinion. Like I said, utility rates have been rising for a long time. It wasn't just a one-time thing. It wasn't just a weird trend. They're always creeping up just like gas prices. And the shitty part is there's really no sign of that trend stopping or even slowing down. So I think we can all agree that your electric bill is not a stable expense. Like I said, it's the same as gas, but we don't have to treat it that way and just complain every time we fill up our car. At least with this, there's sort of a solution. Some of the reasons that the electricity rates have gone up in past years are fuel costs, the grid needing updating, storms, demand. There's also regulation issues and just honestly poor planning. Pretty much whatever they want, they use it as a reason to raise it and then they just send you the bill. And over time, the bill is just continuing to get worse. And that is one case and a main driver behind going solar. And next, if you think about a fixed versus a variable expense, for the most part, considering the variable has no trend of ever going back down, a fixed is kind of more attractive. This is where when you look at the numbers, solar actually starts to make a lot of sense. Solar may seem like a big investment, and a lot of times it really is. But as long as it's done with a professional, someone that you might find in our quiz, and not a scammer, someone who's standing in your driveway trying to sell you something, it is a worthwhile investment that can provide you with a fixed rate going into the future. And that's really the heart of the whole argument. When you're going solar, even if you're financing that system, you're buying an asset that helps you stabilize your monthly expenses. You can kind of think of solar as like energy price insurance. Not because it solves every problem, not because every home is a fit, and not because every quote is good. There's a lot of terrible companies out there that honestly should just go to hell. They take advantage of people through leasing and financing and little tiny nuances written into their contract, like when you move, that kit can't be transferred, it has to be paid out. Little random things like that these companies have been doing. It's created a really bad reputation in the industry that we're hoping to help change. But if you get partnered up with a good company that actually puts you first, you'll have something that the utility companies could never offer you. So let's look at a simple example. So let's make this super easy. Say that your electricity bill right now is $200 a month, and your solar bill, when you're gonna finance your kit and do all that kind of stuff, is also $200 a month. Most people look at that and go, okay, well, I'm not saving any money, so who cares? But that's not the important part. Solar is a long-term investment, it's a long-term play. The important part here is that that $200 stays $200 every month, whereas your utility over time will start to go up. And eventually that $200, if you're getting a solar kit, it goes away. Not to mention, assuming your kit has batteries, which all good solar kits include batteries, you have power when the grid goes down. So whenever there's a storm or a brownout or just a random blackout, you still have power. So maybe you're saving $0 today, but in a few years from now, you'd probably be saving about $25 compared to what the electricity would have been, maybe 50 in 5 years. And like I said, eventually when the system's paid off, you're saving the whole bill every month, you're paying nothing. This isn't a go solar now and start saving money tomorrow play. Like I said, it's long term. It's like financing versus leasing a car. You could lease a car on a 2-year term, and every 2 years you get a new one. Every 2 years, your payment is probably gonna go up a little bit, and your insurance is probably gonna go up a little bit. Whereas if you finance a car, you have the same payment locked in for however long you lock in that finance, and when it's over, you own the car. You still gotta pay maintenance fees and keep up with it, but you don't have that reoccurring expense anymore that someone who's doing the every 2-year lease has, and that expense for them has gone up. That is where solar really starts to work out in your favor. Everybody that's comparing solar to today's bill, that's the wrong comparison. It's a long-term play, and when you really start planning it properly, there's a lot of advantages that come with it. Honestly, this is the part that I think resonates with most people probably watching this video. Everything feels and honestly is more expensive these days. It's also far less reliable. If you think of food, insurance, repairs, taxes, everything feels like it's costing more and more and more, and the quality and reliability of whatever it is just getting worse and worse and worse. So if you have the chance to lock down one monthly cost to make it more predictable, as well as take ownership of your energy, that matters. Solar gives you some control back over your own independence. To be clear, this does not mean every solar deal is good. If you have a bad roof, you might need to get that fixed first. A bad installer might set you up for failure. Door-to-door sales guys standing in your driveway offering you a deal that's too good to be true. You might even just have a bad utility policy wherever it is that you live, and this whole thing doesn't even make sense for you. A good solar system gets really attractive in an inflationary world, not less attractive, and unfortunately for most of us, we're living in a highly inflationary world. So at the end of the day, for us, I think it's pretty clear that going solar makes sense if it's done right, if you want it done right. Like we said, there's a 1-minute quiz that hooks you up with companies that we actually trust, not just random people in your driveway trying to make some money on you buying whatever crap they're trying to put on your house. So make sure you guys take that. Otherwise, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Comment any questions that you have down below that we may be able to answer for you in future videos, and we will catch you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out and stay charged.